mwancho muriria bugita senia kisi hot tv na kwariga nanda century ya bene asenge nchugo sanga amangana abiratatu na nene muno kokora ubutikino butati kurwa ase orokongo rwa Gusii nyoranga nchingurkwa Dr. Dennis wosana bwancho nangeri kuntu ayinara maritane bitukula rero ngontete gusanga amona omoske Echate a musician nande CEO o e-generation wetera samangana ngendeta so mtandao tete kusanga yamase momo hono tikete tosini chao ya karibu sana na ndono tumani yo turigeti ne kyokorukwa mauchake conversation yetu
mbiye mono abancho bategereri na baturigereretie inche Duke Mainga Echate already kwa ina ni introduction yane inche no mwanamuziki mwanabiashara politician a family man and muntu mwirugete Nyasaye mono. Yes.
Naam, karibu sana. Na nimbe mna singi chukutu anchira wakona interview asiri tukolia lero.
Karibu sana e-generation.
Naam. Na the ekirengika nini yaturete tukolia lero gaiga na samungana gendrete nene mona so mutandao wetera ase abateri ba Gusii na content creators abangi to riraga neta so mutandao yagara tukoliye asiri tukolia lero tusange masemo. Ya nanda yakirokende mu Gusii naga ndiko manya igoro ya Gusii up and festival.
Yes.
Na kia chageti nande ngonye chageti ko same position ke bwate as agent na
Gusii Urban Festival. Yeah. Okay. Mbia mono sana. So litanga nitikante benga Gusii Urban Festival ni idea ya bete bon omwaka oyo iga around May igona arenga bisiane ali Nairobi kinkaranste iga nkanya gukora my research konya nako research kurumaga gocha and nkarengereringa nkige ko era basani baitu ba Gusii to gukora umuziki uyo urban o trend mono but intwanya gutwara platform isi to gochicha fans baitu bachicha egere tua burudika pamoja na go present what we have. So in karanste iga ngatebi one of my brothers who's actually my assistant. Nkamotebinga ni narengeriri ngento getega. And I've been thinking about it. I feel like it is time we implement it. So nkamotebi nintagete to bange festival ya Gusii Urban musicians. Ngakora research yane ngatara iganko kuonera abantu gete babiri batatu. I remember some people discouraged me big time bagatebanga basani ba Gusii ngente getangani they are difficult to work with. You don't have enough, musicians. Vara atere throughout the entire night, and then you call it a festival. So I'm not a type of okotegerera naysayers and the like. Ngateba, I'll take risks. One of my I've always taken risks in my life. Ngateba, let me take a risk and see how this happens. We win, fine. We lose, still okay. It's better to try than never. So tukateba ngokora to the first festival in Nairobi. Akorekanete on 1st of June 2024 at Carnival. I'm telling you, the turnout was massive. It was actually beyond what we anticipated or what we expected. So from Carnival first, Gusii Urban Festival 1, that is how now Gusii Urban Fest was born. Tukarua Roro, tukaacha Naivasha for the second edition. And the third edition yakorekanete on 25th at Monaco Hotel Mosocho. There one.
Now, so up in the festival, what management?
Now, when we started, this is a baby. It was a baby. When we started in Che, together with my assistant now, who became a partner. His name is Mandela. We started doing it into Tue Kababere. We brought on board, of course, quite a number of influencers. Talk about, let's push this idea, let's try and grow this baby. Kerotwaika season 2, we realized that there were quite a number of disputes. To introduce a legal partner. Kerotwarete legal partner on board, to create a structure gete, koreta igotwara abantu umuntu okuba in charge of marketing, umuntu okuba in charge of artist management and the like. We tried to bring some people on board, but people ran away along the way when they realized, what the entire program entails. Of course, budget, some of the partners decided to keep off due to those requirements. So right now, it is myself, together with my partner, my assistant, and a legal partner. His name is Frank Otieno.
Right.
Yes.
So, Jatokwan in season 3, because season 1, 2,
they're easily, yes.
So season 3, never
yes.
viral.
Yes. Yes.
So specifically, they took on season 3, na about the artist, whatever complaining, complaining about withdraw statements, or payments.
Yes.
So let's talk about payment and
yes.
agreement.
Yes.
As the artist of Gusii.
Okay.
What was the agreement between you and
Okay. So first, allow me saying I wasn't in charge of payments and creating agreements with artists. The only thing I did, I reached out to them as their fellow musician, as their fellow artist. Because, bro, genuinely from my heart, I knew that this is something that we were creating for us and for the future generations that are coming. So, the only thing I did as Echate was to call them because I know them. And then I referred them to the legal partner who actually signed contracts in Abarabu, deposit. So they were receiving 50% of the amount that we had agreed. Wakanyora, a week to the event. So after the event, we had some technical issues. Abasanirende inje bamanyete toroji. So they approached me and I told them ngabana ba minto twakolire function. Thank you for coming, this is our thing. What you do, go home. You are not amjakuje Gusii Urban Fest. This is the 3rd edition. And we've had a mutual agreement. We've worked together. You've been paid in the 1st edition. You've been paid in the 2nd edition. So what you do, you just go home. Tomorrow, you know the pressures Joko Bange event. I will reach out to the legal partner, and you'll get your dues paid. And my brother, that is exactly what happened. Now, the issues Chire online, these are issues from my 2 brothers, who is Vicky Young, and the other one is Babji. And this is what happened, my brother. Gusii Urban Festival Kwebanga Nkaga Gusii has not been easy. It's been a tall order. Frustrations from corner to the other corner. When we settled on a venue, Korukumona Kumusocho, remember we were trying to get, Gusii Stadium, it couldn't work. We moved around, the town. We were to have it, the new Dallas. Tokagri kabisa towards the last minute. Those people backed out. We don't know what really happened. So, quite a number of issues. So, Ekeroyaika Ritukolirmogoroba towards the end of the event, which was almost 1 hour, event which Koerera, we had a service provider with sound system, net end. This service provider is a gentleman who called me. Gusii akangakirese miaganta bingu mwano minto na haruire bintebyo kunya kubanga gocha. I got your number from one of the artists. Onte binga I reach out to you ndorgo sento kore biashara. Nkarengere yono mwano minto Gusii. Bro, we've been having a partner. Otari Gusii atuja kuwa na shida na yeye hata kidogo. Karengere nkarwarende senge njoyare mwano minto na hande we are going home. Let's give this guy business. So we paid him 800,000 out of a quotation of 900,000. So bro, Tolegari event was marvelous. Was moving on very well. Everybody was super excited. One of the artists, and I will not fear to mention him, my brother Babji, he had almost wanted to back out of the event with the reasons I don't know. Kerona akolire go perform, ngocoka iga nkomonyora ria gocha agaika alisiko akamago ntebinga enaro tigana nchichetu kama tayo mwana mindo karibu akamakoro atabanga kwanza chibese cheito mubugate mutaite kuri ke gukumi what is happening kogenda nere togosoiga arime togoikaranse gari ya ime nkumuguri my brother what is the issue I raised a few issues. I want to state categorically that we had around 2 people who had contributed towards Gusii Urban Festival. To the entire budget. Our entire budget was around 3.2 million. So there are some people who came. One of them is my brother Mheshimiwa Kevin Arwasa, who had given a contribution of 300,000. He's actually the only one who gave a contribution towards this event. And they said, look at your budget. Kama hiyo itasaidia kidogo, itasaidia. And actually, I want to tell you, that is part of the money that assisted us to pay part of the deposits that we paid to the artists. Because our budget was around 1.25 million. So, we had gone for a dinner at, Kevin Arwasa's residence. And I called all musicians, as it is the mind of people in that meeting, Mheshimiwa Watewanga, I supported this thing, and I hope things are going to be proper. So I think that people walked out of that thing, out of that meeting, imagining that, money had been given, so we wanted to, and I had given a disclaimer that at Gusii Urban Festival, the only way we can survive and move forward is to avoid such things. And that's why we said we're introducing the foundation. Support him at a personal level. But if you're contributing towards Gusii Urban Festival professionally, that money will not go to distributing to musicians. You donate to the foundation so that we assist school fees. So my brother, when Babu came, going back to the story on what transpired, this gentleman, I've never met him. He had sent him to we are in a road in Gega. And we are Echate venga key, my brother ngakiresi whatever if we don't clear the money, the balance we 100,000, we are going to switch off the mic, the sound. My brother, honestly, I'm from stage. Where can I access that balance from? And we agreed to Kimaliza function, you get your money. So things happened. I'm beginning now to realize Badai that it was a bigger war. It was something that was planned, mapema. Things changed there. They switched off the sound. I told him, no problem, if that's the decision you made, that is okay. I was glad that our fans had enough time to enjoy themselves. We were actually towards the end of the event.
I want to ask a question.
Yes.
It is concerns about okay, wetaba sani wandaba okwana na fans sani get ororo. Event here at sasa bachabotuko. So
at 2 a.m.
The main reason why event here
actually that is the only reason. The only reason why the event ended because we wanted to go till morning. The only reason it ended it's because of that simple itch. Well, no, ekero ya penigo nkirete nkonyora Babju was the first person to go online. Karike messaging nga stima nga nangojea stima iwashwe ndio ni perform. My brother, that's when now I began connecting that there was more to what just meets the eye because Gusii Urban Festival bro is not about Echate. Monuminto, if I tell you the amount of sacrifice that I've put into this thing, if I tell you the amount of resources that myself and my partners have lost through trying to assist Yamanabami, trying to create something, I expected that, these guys could share the vision. They could look at the bigger picture. Bro, there is no one single person who has ever created a stage like that one. My brother, in the past 6 months, we have done 3 years with almost zero sponsorship from no one else. So when that happened, akamnyoku mutandao, and then later on, ngama konyora, my other younger brother, Vicky Young, also picked the fight, began speaking of things. Yes.
Ngwatemete at least kubakwan na batenga the reason why a system ya chiri of ere singencho ya payments also akore nin kwa resire.
My brother, yango tebi anteke. Insane enko. I'm telling you, I sometimes sit down and ask myself, what purpose does God want some of us to achieve? Because abana minto that we share a relationship beyond music. These are my brothers that I sat down instead of being selfish as Echate, because I've created my own brand as Echate too. I could have simply called for, organized for an event, Echate. I called for, my fans, Bachiche. We enjoy ourselves, I go home. I sat down and I said, I don't want to be greedy. Let me grow with my brothers. But I've realized that I was actually digging a hole for my own self. I thought that Abana Abaminto shared a similar vision. I thought Abana Abaminto could see what is in my heart. It pains me when I see the lies that are being purported out there. It hurts me. Kumbe you can actually spend money to buy stress, unnecessary stress. Because look, bro, Babu and Vicky Young, they have never missed any of the Gusii Urban festivals. Kuru season 1 to season 2 to season 3. And all these seasons, my brother, they've been paid gocha. I was surprised Vicky Young yesterday I've never been paid since season 1. Bro, I will show you on my phone the M-Pesa transactions. I'm equally a musician. These my brothers, none of them, not even one, has ever called me into a gig. Not even one. Onyakubanga chi event yang akere anta ebinge Echate ekwende gig nerega they are giving 20,000 nkane nga you have tried but I cannot come to that gig. My brother, I spent sleepless nights organizing an event of a magnitude as Gusii Urban Festival. Brother, the kind of emotional torture go through, the kind of financial whatever go through, it is not something you can ever imagine of. You've never seen Muntu bro, if you've ever seen the stages to Bangali, the kind of setups to Bangali, is not something that you can calculate 1 plus 1. So I expected, if for instance such a situation has happened, and we are sharing a similar vision, instead of Babu G or these other brothers rushing online, they could have maybe at least reached out to me as a brother, find out my brother what happened. Personally, I tried to reach out to them. Because you say shida chakera in our WhatsApp group, performers, that is the place na roche, Vicky Young yakacha. For a minute, I didn't believe it is him because I know him. I know who he is. I didn't believe it is him.
Yeah. There's yesterday, Canada kubatia mangana Vicky Young.
Yeah.
Asumtanda kare ukwanera mangana your season 3. How many minutes Vicky Young performing? Na nena wate crew whatever you see over 100,000 kwa ikiororo. Not enough time we perform.
He had all the time on stage. Actually, it is when he was actually walking out of the stage. And another thing, he spent 100,000. My brother, why will you spend 100,000 when you are being paid or you have signed an agreement of 30,000 Kenya shillings? Why will you spend 100,000? For God's sake. Give to me 100,000, or you spent 100,000 to come to a function. Let's humble ourselves. This is a baby we are growing, and it was here to benefit the likes of Vicky than even me. I'll tell you, bro, the wars that are happening here, it is nothing. Again, people are not actually fighting Gusii Urban Festival. People are out here fighting Echate. The pressures are here. Maybe there's somebody who is imagining Echate is here maybe to take our space. Maybe there is, there are political forces from the other side. Because I'm aware, I've gotten intelligence that actually there are people who are called, bakagenda, they were paid a few whatever. A few coins here and there, they say, yeah, go out, spoil this thing completely.
And who is this?
No, bro. I told you, yes. There is a lot than what just meets the eye. But I will tell Abanabaminto one thing. I created this thing to help you grow out of being musicians or artists of handouts. I created this thing to brand you, to make you commercial artists. That by the time you're coming to a stage, a Gusii Urban Festival, you're a brand enough that you can be a brand ambassador of a serious company. You're a brand enough that people can negotiate serious packs. And the rest of the other things. That was my vision. That is what I wanted us to achieve. But Muanjire Koirua in a short-term path. You've gone out Minto, you have abused me. I will tell you one thing. I'm a product of insults. I'm a product of fights. The only thing I don't know how to do is to give up. You can call me with whatever names you call me. You can say whatever you call me. But from the bottom of my heart, I know how genuine I am. From the bottom of my heart, I know the pain I've gone through to establish this thing to whatever it is. So I have no problem. I will continue with those who believe in the vision. I have no problem. If you choose to create another thing, you can create another thing and feel what it feels to create such a thing to the level that it has reached now. Yes.
No, it's okay. Let's talk of influencers. Complaining about the payments. So, barabu naki agreement ya baya renge because atemba bakote bakamaketi Gusii Festival season 3 but mbara kano.
Okay.
Na bande like this guy Echate Achire agatebanga abete agastere ku stage. I don't know. Okay, what about their influencers?
The first and second edition, we had influencers that we brought on board. And many of them may not be frank enough. Because now, because of the excitement is carrying and the like, may not be frank enough to accept the reality that we paid them. Where the challenge was in the second edition, my brother, we did not break even. The event was successful, but we did not break even. And then in any situation, when you've not broken even, when you are the sole financiers of that thing, sometimes you require time, or resources from somewhere else to clear the backlogs. That is what we did. Even some of these musicians, abange waditu wakante deposit in the second edition. We spoke to them on a gentleman's agreement, and we told them, all of you saw what happened. Sometimes you go to business, today it works, tomorrow it doesn't work. Tomorrow works, tomorrow it doesn't, the other day it doesn't work. So, remeredia, amaina nyasai, baka remeredia. And we sorted them one by one to the last person. That is why they were able again to come back to what? To season 3. Now, influencers, we brought them on board to an allowance on a daily basis. Any particular time we are meeting, we could sort them out. We pay them, we sort the bills, because then every time in an hotel setup, abantu baragira tuakora kuende influencing korugari bakanu allowance yabo bagendanka When they were coming to Naivasha, they were given tickets, complimentary tickets. That was the agreement. Where the problem arose, the imagination that, you know what, people came, so money was raised, someone probably, he's enjoying the money alone. Gusii Urban Festival has never sold tickets beyond 1 million Kenya shillings. We've never sold tickets. Bro, I can open for you already. This Monarch, we sold 600,000 shillings. In Naivasha, we sold around 700,000 shillings. Out of that money, bro, budget here more than 3 million Kenya shillings. So, influencers from from their own imagination, they thought or they imagined that, we are supposed to benefit out of it, we're supposed to get a share. But my brother, before God, even the money we were paying them was coming from our pockets. So we decided, season 3, and said, let's see, Gusii Urban Festival has become our brand. We will not forever depend on influencers. If the brand has grown, if for sure these are people who want to support the local talent, if they want to be projected to the upper level, we should not be going out begging people that tafadhali kujeni Gusii Urban Festival. It should be a brand on this particular day, a poster ya soka, and the people go there. So we cannot continue doing whatever. And I realized from season 1 to season 2, what we went through, I realized that I was getting emotionally damaged with the pressures from these influencers. So there are some I said, we don't need to. We are not going back to that path again. So many of them, or some of them, might be agitated. Oh, we didn't use them, we didn't do whatever. But at the end of the day, this is what we were communicating. That can we test ourselves? Torore, Gusii Urban Festival at a level whereby it can be able to pull its numbers. And actually, that happened in Mosocho.
Now, I want to understand one thing.
Yes.
You could have musicians about what I say Gusii Urban Festival. Upcoming or several chaka based on in general now.
Yes.
The highest paid and
yes. Okay. The highest is 50,000 per event. The lowest is 20,000. Nobody has ever been paid anywhere below 20,000 shillings. Yes.
Now let's talk of what are upcoming artists. I don't know. Upcoming artists, what are bande Mbariwakanu, what are bande Wawakanu Amaru, or Sendagra Bakoraga,
yes.
Perform whatever you now you can
yes.
go.
Yes.
Yeah. So
now let me tell you this, bro. Don't be over-obsessed with money. What is challenging is the obsession that I must go there and I must make money. I will give you an example of one musician, Okoroku Riranya. Riranya came to Gusii Urban Festival season 1, season 2, season 3. He called me yesterday and he told me, my brother, I have gotten gigs out of Gusii Urban Festival. 31st, I'm going to Nairobi to perform in a gig of someone who identified me there. I didn't create Gusii Urban Festival with a major whatever of making money. We are paying you 100,000, 200,000 or whatever. I didn't do that, bro. This is the inception stage. We can't get that kind of money. We are creating a platform to show the world that, you know what? Listen what Kisses are able to offer. I'm using whatever small connections I have together with the other stakeholders of Gusii Urban Festival to bring businessmen to Gusii Urban Festival audience. To sit there and see, look, this is Dan Lee performing. Look what he's capable of doing. See how people are excited. Give this guy business. He can be able to, project your business. He can be able to brand your business. That is our... We had 40 performers that we had contracted under Gusii Urban Festival. My brother, 38 of them have been cleared their dues. these two gentlemen, I don't know what's the problem. Mano minto, let me tell you. Do you think 15,000 can be a problem to bring down something that people have invested millions of money?
No, let's understand you.
No, that's such a simple question. Do you think this is a person we have paid a deposit? Yeah, 15,000. The balance here is 15,000. Whether he behaved, whether he misbehaved, whatever happened, do you think that could be a problem? The simple thing we are trying to do, we are trying to communicate to these guys that we have procedures. Moving forward, we must be professional. If you went out or release confidentiality, clause nero roye yena agreement. Wachire siko gari kuane kirechi namba chia bantu bake namba yane kwa bikiru mtandao. And you are bound to an agreement, a contract. And the person who contracted you, Otarie Echate, has reached out to you, has told you, wakolira magosa ya naya. Could you kindly avail yourself? We sort out this and this and this and this. Ayekuwa mwanga, tihoge no mtandao, okay? Hande mitandao bunero mwano minto. Anyone, mitandao carries ochogyo. Anyone will just wake up from nowhere, adike story yae, akore kiango, aseto scores chiae, and the like.
Now, okay, I saw yesterday Vicky Young. Kawakomune Otevanga is one of the lawyers. Wadiba Rengoro Temino Kuba, Kirisi, Terikobo Simbaka Bonoinga, Egrebaga Pakwane about the payments. Of course, Wakwana Babere. Naroche, another one from Makubamba.
Yes.
Naringa say event and
Makubamba was at the event. Makubamba was paid the following day. Makubamba is the one who came to me. Eriako ngijera mbori ngabono okolire ko perform. Ngakibono to kora chibe sit. Ngumuri ngumwana minto. Kahaki I'm going to stage. Kahaki for God's sake. I'm going to stage. I'm going to perform. Bro, will you ask me about money? Yani baka ngakuminga is this what our ekinakia bana ba minto bakoreteki? Will you ask me about money? Right now I'm going on stage and I told him, bro, please go home, relax. I'll finish performing, I'll call the gentleman you signed an agreement with, and tomorrow, you will be paid your money. And bro, this is within the grace period that is stipulated in that contract of 7 days. Naebanga kibro, ekermore in the same war building your own thing. Tadibo. Kahakige ndegengo kini, negento mogo kini ya migento kieno. Yani bro, to kore mereliu kanye nonya 24 hours chiuka. Was even 1, 2, 3 days. Vigo sinya. Diario akesi miobo ringa ki omwano minto. Nki kiaba. Makubamba received his money the following day. He received his money. I was surprised. Actually, that was one of the things that made me nkarengere ringa ka aki nseyenenko. Nkarengere ringa, I don't know whether you saw my response in that post. Nkamubo ringa, bro, you've said ringa you came to me, Ogatebanga chiwe ya sangu chichachire, and you called it a lie. But you've not mentioned in that statement, Yago, that you've been paid in full. And you actually didn't go, what is happening in Siaserega, Musaniyo Yoiga, Turuchi agitated. Now they are calling these others, picking a few things, let's make this guy look bad. Let's make this guy look bad. Let's push him to the corner.
Now,
bro.
I think we want okay, on this side of Gusii Up and Festival, to acquire season 1, season 2, season 3. Okay, the way forward right now because of course so what is
this is the way forward. We will have to make some very serious decisions moving forward. Ritangani, allow me to tell my brothers, the partners that we've been working together with, my brother Mandela, my brother Frank, thank you very much for believing in a dream that I shared with you. You guys have stood with me. You have assisted me and the Gusii Urban Festival to reach at this level. And probably they are the only people who know the vision I carry. It is not an easy task, more especially working na bana ba minto ime ya Gusii. We are sacrificing a lot to propel Gusii to the next level, but the war is not easy. So I want to commit here today that moving forward, we are going to get a totally different professional team to manage and run Gusii Urban Festival. I will be coming to Gusii Urban Festival like any other musician, perform and go home. I am not going to interact with any other musicians because I've just realized that sometimes no tema kome gyokoba mwenya bantu. I've seen the people who are very close to me, the people that I speak to on a daily basis, the people that I stretch my hand minto beyond the limit to push to the next level, turning against me. Posa P turning against me, calling me names, calling me what and what. Pakangwi kanazane boring aki. What is it? Nkieke go sekonye kerega antamanyeti. When somebody can step up and lie openly live just to get the followings, just to get and the like. So we are going to make that decision. Gusii Urban Festival is not going anywhere, and it cannot stop. The dream cannot die. It can't stop. So we are going to give a calendar of events moving forward, but I will not again, because bro, if I tell you the way they call me, there are some of them we had said, let's bring different people. The same person, ugo castigate, ukondama, ukondoka, all manners, whatever. So professionally now we are going to work. We'll get a management team. It will decide who comes to the stage. Gusii Urban Festival moving forward. Because this kind of pressure, bro, I've built a reputation. My history is known. Bro, the way I've struggled with this life, the way I've worked so hard. And I think that kind of my history, sometimes let me do some things in a certain way.
All right.
So, we'll give a calendar of events for Gusii Urban Festival. Just be on the lookout.
I think Danli are under each generation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's this, I don't know. Okay. The Jiwa Sanchira Dingo Chango Choko Goreviro maybe. Na nyorete birore Viratagete. And right now I sing into a condition now each generation we can go say because the moment now and there's some questions what about Danley about disappear music.
Yes. Yeah. My brother Danley is a very special case. He's a very special person to me because I discovered Danley when nobody knew him. And I've stood with Danley. Even in every situation, a similar thing. Sometimes again, I've been thrown stones and the like. There's a moment in one thing, Danley is not a baby. Dan Lee now, he's a big brand. Okay? Dan Lee's, when you mention top 5 greatest Gusii urban musicians from Gusii, Dan Lee's in that list. Dan Lee receives massive love. Kuru's fans by. Massive. The only Dan Lee challenges yabuate, they are personal challenges. Chiae, that injecha tenta anyare koraki, danyare kumanage. I have tried to sit with Dan Lee. I've spoken to Dan Lee. I can only do the least. I held Dan Lee's hand, and I had said I cannot hold Dan Lee's hand forever. Dan Lee, I held your hand, you've come out. You're a big brand. Umano minto personal grooming and personal discipline is personal. In Jebunecha tengi moku umano minto so ke uchi arinte benga, I want to behave in a certain manner. I want to, I want to drink, I want to fight, I want to do, I will do that. What you can do me probably no contering umano minto, ikangu kororiki, ngusariore, kabeiga naiga. Kwarori. The decision to change is solely bestowed on me as a person. Bro, there are very many things personally I sacrifice not to do. Just because I know there are very many people who look up to me. I know there are very many people that, I want to get to this level and this level. So, Dan Lee, currently as we're speaking, is not under each generation. Okay? Dan Lee is a soul artist. The only thing I said, each generation is home to you, each generation is home to any other artist. Produces music whichever way I target. So, amangana Dan Lee umanu minto, they are purely personal. No, Dan Lee, I engage him like any other artist or brand of its own. Dan Lee Kerajita event, he was paid his deposit, he has been paid his money in full. Actually, I can in full na ambesi mete. That you don't find him easily. It's mete, but his money is in his account. I don't know what's going on account. Yani.
I saw the allegations from Abandeba online. Maybe one.
Bro, tigana nebi kuendebi. Bro. Tigana nabantu, tigana nabantu ba hanche teku comedly rumors and propaganda and spoiling things. Yeah? Ebinto na akolire bro, what I've done to that, no chebinto na akolira bana baminto. I leave it to God. I tell God in yasao neno ndoche, my God knows what I've done to all these people, and they must not come out to appreciate me. They must not shouting, "Oh, I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable." And I leave everything to God. Yasao will decide whether I've done right or I've done wrong. But from the bottom of my heart, my conscience is clean. I have been very genuine. I have done my best wherever I can, even when people have run away. Dan leo no mwano minto bro ode konyora onyorete ajali. I remember akatugutu in the hospital. Ondata liko mushurikera ngocha konyoresi mi bro late in the evening. Paka ngacha kurigi umuntu kurusi na murigiti nega arigenda bakororo mokonye muire argosigwe arwarigwe ndugani no mwano minto. I stretch, I go through a lot of things behind the tents, but I'll say this, I leave everything to God.
Now, your last word, which is Bakurigate and about the system 3.
Yes.
Yes. So your last word, which is about the ones in
this is what I tell Abantu Minto, that when a dream is too big, the obstacles are too big. In Echate, my history is known. I have worked tremendously hard to be where I am. Nothing has ever come my way through the easy way. I came out with a genuine heart to assist my brothers and sisters. Okonya wana wa minto, usiye iterorekane. Sometimes my tables have run dry to fill the tables of others. Gusii Urban Festival has attracted public interest. Gusii Urban Festival now is something that people are discussing about worldwide. It's a good thing. At the same time, to myself personally, in Echate and my family, people have taken advantage to insult me, to insult us, to insult my family. I don't take it personal. I forgive you. I want to apologize to anyone in the process. I might be angered because of, normal human nature. Sometimes you feel bad that umefanya hiki na hiki, alafu yule mtu unaona mwenyewe akikukejeli. It is normal, you get annoyed. I want to apologize to anyone that maybe I've made a statement that has annoyed you. Pole sana, I didn't mean to do it. It was out of emotions. I will assure you one thing. Echate is not a coward. I'll tell you this. Echate is a person, and I will not allow small things to come through. I will not allow the dark forces to come through and spoil things, great ideas that are here to assist and push our community forward. Those who still believe in me, those who believe in Gusii coming together, Gusii getting united, will continue walking this journey. Tutazidi kusonga mbele. It is not easy. But at the end of the day, tutaketi mahali tuseme, we fought this war and we made it to the end. Esa bana ba minto, balibande, who benefited through Gusii Urban Festival. Some of you, you know yourselves, you are quiet, you are not coming out to defend me or to defend the brand, but you know the truth. Wanawanda waminto who are agitated, you know the truth before God. You know what is happening and what is going on.
Right.
I will ask you, Kamuranche, we'll find better ways of handling these issues, and there is nothing that will compromise professionalism. We will definitely employ professionalism if for sure we want to move forward. Biamono, wait for the next announcement of Gusii Urban Festival Season 4. Asante.
All right. Thank you. Biamono, asingi wasanga mwaninte.
Karibu sana.
Toa chinga kichoko gara kuimanya.
Yes.
Aya agenda about Season 3.
Asante.
Hapa ni festival.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mwancho murigereria asingi wasanga mwaninte. Tuganire kumanya saradia gase no korekana kurwa ase orogongo rwa Gusii. Tuna botambe nchenkor kwa nito Dennis wasana bwancho nangiriku kuri kuntu na audio rengase kamera akoro kwa Brian. Thank you very much. Tombrane nande asitinga kichinde.